Okay, I was just trying to get an update on what's happening in Pendleton after the storm. First of all, how bad did y'all get hit here?
Pretty bad, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, we had a number of roads closed down because of trees down. A lot of people trapped between trees. The first 72 hours was mainly spent opening up passageways into those people's entrapped and getting the major artery roads opened up so that we get line crews and everybody else, emergency medical services in and fire department in and so on and so forth.
Yeah, that first morning when it went through, I started riding around after it kind of got out of here a little bit, and I was looking at the damage, and there was one first place I went to, there was a tree flipped over and it ripped the natural gas line right out of the ground. It was spewing natural gas, and of course, fortunately, Fort Hill Gas, hats off to them. They were right on top of it, and they got it taken care of right away. We had that particular road was blocked off, so all that, it's hard to get people in and out because all the stuff laying in the road, you couldn't get anywhere. So it really was bad here.
Mm-hmm. Have y'all got the roads open now?
Every road in town, except for some that have trees on it and have lines in there, has a passageway in and out. And even the ones that have trees still on it, the residents on either side of the tree have a way out to a main road.
And y'all lost a tree on the Village Green, didn't you? One of the big ones?
We lost a big one, yeah, there, and our crew's just done an outstanding job. Public Works crew, they really worked their tails off on this, and just night and day going at it.
Mm-hmm. And y'all still have people without power?
Yeah, we do. Still have. I talked to a couple people yesterday that are still without power. Just unusual situations, and things like that. One of them's got a tree in a spot there that power company can't really get to the power pole to even fix it, and it's an elderly person. A lot of times it's folks like that are the ones that are worst off, and this person has an automatic defibrillator and everything and really needs power, and he's 87 years old. His neighbor's 93, and they're kind of in a rough situation there. We're trying to get something done for them as much as we can, as quick as we can.
How's the church and churches and the other community groups come together to kind of band together and help the area?
Yeah, well, we've had a lot of people come to us and say they want to help and can they help, and we've had a bunch of volunteer people come in and try to help, and we're working right now with our community engagement person, Lindsay Watley, and we're trying to connect those dots as far as we're trying to get start running a list of who needs help and who will help. Because as government, we can only do so much. We can't really go on to private property and start cutting trees and things like that. And I noticed this morning on the news that there is a way you can apply to FEMA, because we're in a disaster zone. You can apply to them and get some money from them to help you too if you're in bad financial shape. I think they'll give you up to $700 if you apply to FEMA. And they have a place in Greenville off of Woodruff Road right now where they have FEMA set up. If you wanted to go there, they'll help you fill out the forms, and they'll help you with your insurance companies. They've got representatives from the insurance companies there, because a lot of people just don't know how to do those things, and especially the elderly and stuff like that. So they can get help that way.
We do have some nonprofits coming in that our retired public works director is kind of coordinating. And he has a list, and he's going through people that called in. He's prioritizing based on some guidelines that have been given to him. We're supposed to be getting 3 more of those crews this afternoon, and he'll get those started at some spots. But, each spot we take a crew to is probably a day's worth of work for that crew, and unfortunately there's just not enough crews to go around, and then you have stuff like power lines down in some of the trees that are still hanging in the air. That's, those are going to have to be done by professional tree crews or line workers or things along that nature.
I noticed the Pendleton Rhinos and some of the other churches have been feeding people and putting together events. Y'all got a lot of those scheduled too, right?
We do. And I'd just say follow our Facebook page, or the Pendleton Community Center's done a good job in putting it out on their Facebook page. I know the churches have, and the Anderson School District 4 has too.
How long do y'all think it'll be until Pendleton's completely cleaned up and back to 100% normal?
I don't know. What do you think?
So it's probably going to be a minimum of 60 days The people will be back to normal. The remains of the storm will not be back to normal. There will be a lot of brush on the side of the road. There will be a lot of trees still being cut up. I mean, there's such a backlog right now, some of the non-emergency stuff getting done. We have a council meeting Monday. We're going to have an MOU to look at going in with the county and all the rest of municipalities and having one major contractor come in to supplement us, who can pick up much larger debris. And there's a lot of discussion. Pickens County is trying to do the same thing. So there's a lot of discussion between the cities and Pickens, the city of Anderson County and Pickens County and Anderson, trying to get the same one in. So we're all telling people the same thing. Because right now we're dealing with, we can only pick up about 12 inches in diameter for our equipment. We're looking at trying to get Hertz to send us a bigger piece of equipment right now, which of course is time and do they have it? A lot of things going to Western North Carolina and they need it.
They really need it.
But again, Clemson can pick up 16 inches in diameter to their equipment, and we're sitting right here, so we don't want to confuse citizens and try to make it as easy as possible right now.
And what you were talking about is that, and I think the announcements are being made as we're talking here. People will be able to drag their debris down to the right of way in front of their house, and somebody's going to pick it up on a county or a state road, right?
That's correct. Or local road too.
Local road,
Yep.
Yeah.
Is it going to be? Is downtown going to be in good enough shape to go ahead with the Scarecrow and with the Fall Festival?
I would assume the Fall Festival will keep moving along. I can tell you on our calendars today was supposed to be the town Scarecrow build. Obviously, we're not building a Scarecrow today. We have more important things to do, although our staff really enjoys it. But there's more critical things to do. I have not actually reached out to talk to the Scarecrow Committee to see what they're doing. Obviously, they're probably making some contingency plans, and I'm sure you'll see Scarecrows go up because it's a big event for us. And the Fall Festival, as far as we're planning, is still moving forward, but there will still be debris out. There'll still be, places you won't be able to park on the side of the road and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I think it'll be a while for it all goes away. And even though, there's been a lot of folks working hard at it, and our, Anderson County's volunteer fire system's one of them to our fire department. They've done a great job too as well. Run a lot of calls, try to handle a lot of problems, and these guys are strictly volunteer. So I hope everybody will remember to donate to these fire departments in their county because that's what they depend on.
Yeah, and I think, just a shout out to all the rest of the town of Pendleton staff and the volunteer fire department. Everybody's a first responder this week. Fire department came right in to the little EOC we were running in town, worked right alongside of us, seamlessly. We were sending some crews out of town to help with them because you just couldn't get people responding fast enough. We got in stable enough shape, we were able to go to West Pelzer and help them with an issue that they, really needed, some pretty critical issues. Already had one fatality from a collision with a tree and another pedestrian hit on Highway 8. So you saw a lot of coming together, not only in the community, but in the region itself.
So by the time they light the Christmas tree and get ready for all that, there should be a memory. Most of this cleanup will be done. Hopefully, be people ready to celebrate the holidays.
Yep.
Yeah, we hope so. Feel like that would be the case.